All right, y'all. What it is, what it is. This is Acton. Welcome to yet another episode of The Maroon Way. All right, so y'all probably wondering, who this cat on the screen, man? What's going on? What's really popping or whatnot? So, without further ado,
I talked about how I wasn't a fan of black separatism. The idea that the best way to solve race issues is for all the black folk to just up and go and live in Africa or what.
we about to dig into this shit. I'm about to take this man whole soul apart. You know what I'm saying? Full disclaimer, man. So y'all know that, I got a couple of projects in the works or whatnot. And y'all know that I really don't like showing my face. I really don't like being like the center of attention. Like, if you know me, then you know I'm a background type of dude or whatnot. But at the same time, we're trying to promote these projects we got going on. We're trying to establish a farm here down in the South or whatnot, in the deep rural South, create a hyperlocal food economy. Want to establish a cooperative permaculture-based co-housing development. We want to create a small farm center of excellence, as well as an agricultural worker-owned cooperative development center. So we created this channel, The Maroon Way, to really kind of like encapsulate various projects, various commentary, but definitely, check us out either way or whatnot, But so we were thinking about doing like reaction videos where basically we watch something, and y'all can see the setup or whatnot. You can watch it, and we do commentary alongside with it. But then your boy said this stupid shit, man, and 6 minutes in, and I don't really need to hear anything else. You know what I'm saying? Background, some sister did a video talking about Hoteps and this, that, and the third. The name of his video is Hoteps, Black Nationalism, Black Racism. I haven't even got through the whole video. He said this stupid shit. That's really all I need. Let's hear what else he had to say.
And that discourse got a lot of people mad at me. And the contradictions were really difficult to resolve because there's this underlying assumption that white people shouldn't speak over black people.
Y'all see that? Y'all heard that, right? That little white people. Y'all heard that, right?
On race issues, which was really frustrating because I felt like a lot of the black people were like these Nick Cannon types, where they're like really kind of giant pieces of shit who are used.
Yeah, without further ado, let's fuck this dude up, man. So first and foremost, let's start dealing with the language, right? Make sure I'm lined up in this camera good. So let's start with the fundamental premise of, is black separatism bad? Let's talk about it. So if you're a tapeworm, right, and you're in somebody's intestine, right, and you're getting nutrients, you're stealing nutrients from that person's act of eating and ingesting nutrients. Or if you're a tick and you stick your head into somebody's flesh and you're engorging yourself on its blood, on the blood of the host to replicate yourself, or you're a mosquito, if you're any type of parasitic creature, okay, that needs a host to survive, then yes, anything that host does to separate itself from you is bad. So within the context of a colonizing settler, black separatism is bad. It is. You know, you gotta understand their logic. You know what I'm saying? But so let's flip the example. Let's say you're talking about domestic violence in a relationship. You know, whether it's man on woman, woman on woman, woman on woman, woman on man, man on man. When the abused partner, right, does what's necessary to separate themselves from the abusive relationship, whether it's to heal themselves, to help other abusees or whatnot, or you know, just in general to live their best life, that's not seen as bad. You understand what I'm saying? But in the context of colonized people, the world over, not just black people, but the world over, take my time here, black people, new African people, or even Africans in general, just Africans in general, when we separate ourselves from the colonizer, it's seen as bad. Well, of course it is. They need us. We don't need them. This is, y'all, this is white supremacy. This is racism. This is gaslighting. Okay? That's just the bottom line. You know, this is distilled, crystallized white supremacy. You know, this is like Super Saiyan God, Ultra Instinct, Karen, Steve, Chad level white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? It's preposterous that, you know, somebody suffering from domestic violence or domestic abuse takes the necessary actions to separate themselves from their abuser. It's somehow bad. People actually invested a lot of intellectual thought into painting this whole in it, the whole terminology, black separatism. Like, what? It's nonsense. And this is why I have, you know, Draketomania right here. Because when you start talking about black separatism, you're talking about the same type of minds that cooked up Draketomania. Now, a lot of people might not be familiar with Draketomania. I'm sorry, not Draketomania. That was a Google that, because there's some Google it. That's all I'm gonna say. Google Draketomania, because that's some good stuff right there. Because it's using it in an ironic manner or whatnot. But this is what they cooked up. This dude, whatever his name is, way back in the 1800s, and this shit, you know, if treated kindly, well fed and clothed, with enough fuel to keep a small fire burning all night, separated into families, each family having its own house, not permitted to run about at night to visit their neighbors, to receive visits or use intoxicating liquors, and not overworked or exposed too much to the weather, they are very easily governed. Sounds familiar, huh? Oh, we should be talking about separating ourselves more so than any other people in the world. If any one or more of them at any time are inclined to raise their head to the level of their master and overseer, which we're seeing from a lot of these so-called quote-unquote leftists, humanity and their own good, oh, humanity, that sounds very familiar, and their own good, we know better than you, theirs, requires that they should be punished until they fall into that submissive state which was intended for them to occupy. They have only to be kept in that state and treated like children to prevent and cure them from running away. Y'all, tell me how that is any different than what the majority of these leftists are saying when they talk about black separatism and black nationalism. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Let's go to the other example. Again, we going by this dude's his own words again. Drapto Media is from Drake Tees. A runaway slave is mania mad or crazy. It is unknown to our medical authorities, although its diagnostic symbols be absconding from service. Service is well known to our planters and overseers in noticing a disease that therefore is hitherto classified among the long list of maladies that man is subject to. It was necessary to have a new term to express it. The cause in most cases that induces the Negro to run away from service is as much a disease of the mind as any other species of mental alienation, and much more curable as a general rule, with the advantages of proper medical advice strictly followed. This troublesome practice that many Negroes have of running away can almost be entirely prevented, although the slaves are located on the borders of a free state within a stone's throw of abolitionists or whatnot. Now, y'all, this was in the New Orleans Medical and Surgical Journal. This shit was like, it was real, and it was science. You know what I'm saying? Until it wasn't. You understand what I'm saying? The same way that slavery was a law until it wasn't. Wait, one second. Now, let's keep thinking about this, because the history is clear. We're clearly in an abusive relationship. These white so-called leftists, communists, socialists, anarchists, whatever they want to identify as, historically hasn't did shit to fix our situation. So, one, why the fuck are they worrying about what we're going to do? Two, how is doing what is in our best interest, economically, socially, and political, a bad thing? Classic, not only is it white supremacy, it's also gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're saying that, again, along the same lines of the dude, what is his name? Cartwright or whatnot, you know, apparently we're too infantile to understand what rational adults do in the real world when they're subjugated by political oppression. So we're supposed to sit back and help them do whatever the fuck kind of revolution shit they're talking about that they haven't done yet. You understand what I'm saying? Fucking Russian Revolution was damn near 100 years ago. These motherfuckers ain't did none of that shit yet in this land, okay? And then you look at it, these motherfuckers don't even know who Dr. Amari Obadeli is. They don't know shit about the actual armed struggle to actually create a black-led socialist state in the former slave states of Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, and South Carolina. But they reading all this Lenin and all this fucking Marx and fucking Mao. But they're not even reading the fucking revolutionary history of the fucking colony they was born in. Can't take you seriously. Can't take you seriously. You understand what I'm saying? So, look, we're gonna go deeper into this, but like this is part one, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is frustrating as fuck. Because y'all ain't did shit. Okay? We not seeing y'all do shit. Okay? Why the fuck should we care about your fucking opinion on any fucking thing? You understand what I'm saying? Cause we don't need you. We've been resisting, nigga, do the math. Since 1526, we've been resisting. What the fuck we need y'all for? What the fuck we need settlers for? What the fuck we need colonizers for? The only fucking people we need are First Nation and our indigenous brothers and sisters. We don't fucking need y'all. Your opinion means nothing. You're gonna do the work, demonstrate the work. Other than that, keep your fucking opinion to yourself. Y'all, I'm gonna close it out right there. We're definitely gonna do part 2. You're seeing a little bit of moving around as far as the YouTube channels and shit, because I'm actually gonna make my personal channel the Maroon Way channel, and then that way the farm have its own channel. But y'all, that's what I got to say in this little bit of in this little thing. Really, I really want to keep it under 10 minutes. I'm gonna try to keep the next one a little bit shorter. But look, thank y'all for tuning in. You know, free the land, free the land, free the land by any means necessary. Tune in to part 2. Make sure you subscribe, give us a like, click on that little bell notification thing or whatnot. We're gonna upload part 2 fairly soon. Y'all be safe.